Hello everyone! I am Christian James A. Reyes
And I am Gracie J. Tong.
and we are a third year student taking the program of Bachelor of Technology and Livelihood Education majoring in Industrial Arts. And welcome to our video tutorial. Before we begin, let me ask a question to everyone. Have you ever taken an exam and thought, why are these questions here? Well, that's where today's lesson comes in.
In this video tutorial, we will explore how to create table of specification and test questionnaire with the use of Microsoft application.
And here's the exciting part. We will be guided by Bloom's taxonomy, a framework that helps us design assessment that goes beyond memorization and measure real understanding.
By the end of this video tutorial, you will be able to create your own TOS and TQ with confidence, ensuring that your test is fair, balanced, and aligned with your learning objectives.
So let's get started!
Now, open Microsoft Word. Actually, you can use Excel in creating table of specification for easier aligning of numbers, but in this tutorial, I will use Microsoft Word since many teachers prefer to use this one for table format. Before I'll start this tutorial, I'll first fix the layout, including the size, the orientation, as well as the margins. In your document, type the institutional details. This includes the name of the institution, which is, in my case, Mindanao State University Maigo College of Education, Science and Technology, and also the address of the institution, which is Labuay, Maigo, Lanao del Norte. On the left side of the document, you will put the subject code or the course code as well as the title of the course. For me, CPE 107, title Technology for Teaching and Learning. And also include the semester as well as the annual year, which is 2025 to 2026, and lastly, the number of copies. In this point, let's put the title, which is Table of Specification, the goal of this tutorial, and also the midterm exam, if what kind of exam this TOS will be. So actually, this part sets the identity of the exam and keeps it standardized. So it is very important to include all the information of your document. So it's already set, all the informations are in the document. So now let's put the table. Actually, I already have the table, so all I need to do is to copy this one and paste it on the document that I've created. So next step is to add all the information in the upper part of the table. So as you can see here in the first column, we will add all the information there. So the first box, we will put the content area. The content area. Next is the number of recitation, hours or days. Followed by the percentage and the number of items to be constructed. Next is to fill in the skills or the domain, which represents the cognitive levels of Bloom's taxonomy. So this includes the remembering, which is the lowest form of the domain, followed by the understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and last but not the least, creating, which is the highest form of domain in cognitive. So these are the first information that you need to fill in. We need to fill in the table of specification, since this are very important. This includes the content area, the number of recitation days or hours, the percentage, the number of points to be constructed, and the most importantly, the skills or the domain, which includes the remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So next step is we will fill every column, no? So let's start here in the content area. Here in the content area, this part you will put the topic, the topic of the exam that you will be creating, no? First, so in my case, my first topic is teacher centered strategies. My second topic, we have the student centered strategies, and last, the topic 3, integrating computers in both strategies. So let's fix that. So the content area, I have the topics. The topic 1, we have the teacher-centered strategy. Topic 2, student-centered strategies, and topic 3 is integrating computers in both strategies. So here in the column number of recitation days and hours, it depends on you, or it depends on the teacher, if how many hours the content area must be. So in my case, I will put 2 hours for the topic 1, we have the teacher centered, 2 hours for the topic 3, and 1 hour for the topic 3, since integrating computers in both strategies is not too long, not too hard, not too difficult. So that is the reason why I put 2 hours in the teacher-centered and student-centered strategies, because there are various concepts, theories, and terminologies that are necessary to understand and to remember. So that is why I put it here, no? 2 hours. So equivalent of, so here actually in the lower part of the table is the total, no? The total of all columns. So first, the total of the number of recitation days an hour is 5 hours. 5 hours. So now we are here in the third column. So in the third column, it is the percentage, the percentage part. So the percentage part, here in the percentage part, shows how much time was spent teaching each topic. This helps us decide how many test items should be assigned to every topic, no? To compute the percentage, follow this simple formula, no? Number of hours for the topic divided by the total number of hours times 100. All right? So, to make it more understandable, I will write here the formula. So, the formula of getting the average is the number of hours per topic divided by the the total number of hours times 100, right? So let's solve. First, that one is 2 hours. So 2 hours divided by the total hours, 5 times 100. So we have here 40%, no? 40%. So it's just the same. It's 40%. Then topic 3, 1 divided by 5 times 100, 20 hours. 20% rather. So here, first, actually I don't like it. It's not, fixed. And so here's the thing. In order for you to, in order for your TOS to be valid, you must always add all the percentage, and it must be 100. The total must be 100. Okay, so these percentages will be used to determine how many test items each topic should receive. So let's total 40 plus 40 plus 20 equals 100. So meaning our percentage is valid, and it is also aligned with our number of hours. So this time we already have our percentage, we have the number of hours. So the next thing we should do is to get the number of points to be constructed. So in the number of points to be constructed, there is a specific formula as well to be followed, just like getting the percentage. So the number of items to be constructed, this tells us how many items each topic should have based on the percentage of time spent. To compute the number of points, you have to use this formula. Again, I will write the formula for you to understand it carefully. So we have the formula on getting the number of points to be constructed is the number of percentage per topic the number of percentage per topic divided by the total percentage times the total points. So here's the thing, guys. So before getting the number of points to be constructed, you will first decide the total number of points, because you cannot get the points in every topic if you don't have the total number of points. So in my case, my total number of points is 50 points. 50 points. So now we can actually get the points in every topic since we already have the total. So let's solve number of percent per topic. So first topic we have 40 divided by the total percent, we have 100, times the total points, we have 50. So the first topic is 20 points. Same as the second topic, it is also 20 points. And the last one, we have 20 divided by 100 times 50. So 10 points. So we will all the points in every topic if it is valid. So if it is 50 points, of course, it is valid. 20 plus 20 plus 10 equals 50. So yeah, so now we already have the content area having 3 topics, the number of recitation days or hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, and in a total of 5 hours. And we also have the percentage. On getting the percentage, all you do is to to divide the hour per topic to the total and times the total percentage 100 now. And we also have the points to be constructed, 20 points, 10 points, in a total of 50 points. So let's proceed to the most important part of creating table of specification. So in table of specification, the most important thing here is for you to distributing the items across different cognitive levels. No, because this part you can assure that you will actually measuring what are you intended to measure. So let's start for you to understand. So the total points here is 20. First topic, it must be evident here in the domain, level of domain, no? So you have 20 points here. Dapat here, it is also 20 points. So let's start in the remembering. Actually, you need also to decide if how many type of tests or how many part of tests you will be creating. No, so in my case here, I will be creating 3 types of tests. We have the multiple choice type of test, the true or false, and the essay. No, so first here in the remembering level, we have test 1, of course, remembering level. So we have 1 to 5. 1 to 5 is the remembering part. And in understanding, test 1 again, 6 to 10.
I don't understand. Could you please clarify?
6 to 10 is in the understanding level. And test 2, since to make your TOS more powerful, more standardized, you should not always put everything in example, first topic, you will only put the test 1 here in the first topic. You can actually put test 1 in the topic in test 2. You can also put test 1 in the topic 1 now. So next, here we will put test 2. Test 2, we have 6 to 10. Then test 1, 11 to 15. So let's total. 1 to 5, we have 5 points. 6 to 10, 5 points. 6 to 10, 5 points. 11 to 15, 5 points, in equivalent to 20 points. Next, let's proceed to topic 2. So here I will more focused on applying or in the higher order thinking skill. So here in applying, I will put test 2, 1 to 5. In analyzing, test 2, 11 to 15. Evaluating, test 2, evaluating test 2, we have 16 to 20. Wait. Here in the understanding, test 1. I'll actually put this one here. 16 to 20. Right. So let's solve. It is 20 points. 16 to 20, 5 points. 1 to 5 points. 11 to 15, 5 points. 16 to 20, 5 points. In a total of 20 points. Yeah. Last, the topic 3, we only have here 10 points. So what we will do is we'll put it here in our creating level, since in the creating level this is the highest level of cognitive domain, since the students here allows the student to create their own knowledge, to construct their own knowledge. So the most applicable type of test here is only essay type of test. So test 3, I will give 1 to 5, 2 essay lamang, 1 to 2, but 1 to 2 but 5 points each, 5 points each. So we already distributed the test items in every domain, So since we're done distributing the points in every level of domain, next thing to do is to identify the percentage in each level based on its points. As you can see here, we have here the column. Now the purpose of the column or table here is to put the number of items in every level and its corresponding percentage. The purpose of this one is to clearly distribute the cognitive levels of the exam, making sure that the assessment is aligned with the learning outcomes and the difficulty required for each topic. So see for instance here. So in the remembering level, it only have 5 points. So on getting the it corresponding percentage, what you need to do is to divide the total points. We have 5 divided by the total number of points in topic 1. So here, I will write it here to make it clear. 5 divided by, so here, divided by the total points 20 times 100 to get its corresponding points. So it's all 5 divided by 20 times 100. So we have 25% in the remembering level having 5 points. Next, it's all the same. 5, 25%, 5, 25%, 5 as well, having 25%. So here, it's great. Next, in the other 2, it only have 5. It's all the same. Topic 1 plus 20 points, 20 points. So here we have 25%, 5, 25%, okay, 25%, 5, 25%, 5, 25%. And here in the creating level, 10 points, 5 points each item, so 10 points, 10 points divided by 10 points times 100, we have 100%. 100%. Right. So we already required all the items in every level as well as its corresponding percentage. Next thing to do is to get the total of every. Here we need to fill in all the table here by add the total of every level. First, in the remembering level, we only have 5%, 5 points rather. We only have 5%. 10, 5 plus 5, 10. In the applying level, 10 points. The analyzing level, 10 points as well. 5 points in evaluating. And 10 points in creating. Let's add the points, no, the total points in every level if it is 50 points, no. So 5. Wait. So 5 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 10 equals 50 points. So 50 points and 50 points. Next is to get the percentage. We must end up having 100% to make valid. So on getting the percentage, the corresponding percentage in each points in every level, what you should do is to follow this formula, no? 5 total points per level. Okay, let's write it here. No. Formula on getting the percentage in every level. So total points per level divided by total points. Dire. Number of total points. Number of total points times 100, since 100% no. Okay, again, to get the percentage in the remembering level or in every, you need to follow this formula. Total points per level, if we have 5, divided by the total number of points, which is 50 times 100, which is the standard, no? So let's solve. We have 5 divided by total number of points, 50 times 100 equals 10. Next, 10 divided by total number of points, 50 times 100, 20. Same as here in the applying level, we have 20. Here we have 10 and 20 as well. So we have here 10, same as in the remembering level because it's 5 points. And here we have 10, 20%. I forgot to put percent. 10%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 10%. So let's put it in the center. Alright, so we already get all the percentage in every level of the main. Let's add if it is 100, no? If it's end up 100%, no? So 10 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10 plus 20 equals 20, 20, 20, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 equals 100%. So as you can see here, the total points in every level is 50 points, which is correct. Where number of points to be collected, the total is 50, so it's valid. Next is the total percentage. Next is the total percentage presentation in every level. No, in every level of the main, we added everything, and we end up 100%, which is valid. So our total percentage here is called column or percentage. So our TOS is we already done our TOS. Now here's this. Here is our TOS. No, TOS. Happy points, 100%. Here's the thing that you should remember in creating TOS. You should always follow the formula, no? So that your TOS will be valid, no? You can measure what you are intended to measure. Specification. Now, we are done creating the TOS. Next thing we should do is to create the TQ or the test questionnaire, no, that is aligned in the top specification that we made. So we will put here in our TQ we have 3 part of test. So in the test 1, our test 1 is equivalent of 20 points, multiple choice. That's what I've said earlier. No, multiple choice. Our test 2 is true or false. Excuse me. And our test 3 is essay. Our multiple choice is 20 points. Our true or false is 20 points. And our essay is 10 points. And a total of 50 points. So, this type of test, ito yung gagawin natin later. Ito yung gagawin natin ngayon, rather, the TQ. Alright?
In creating TQ or test questionnaires, you must align it to your table of specification because that is the main purpose of TOS, which is to guide teachers in designing assessments so that their assessment or exams will be fair, valid, and measurable. So just like the document of TOS, first thing you should do in creating the test questionnaire is to fill in or to put all the necessary information, just like the name of the institution, the address, the subject code, as well as its corresponding title, the semester, the school year, and lastly, the type of exam. So next is the test 1, which is the multiple choice type of test. In creating test questionnaires or exams, it is very important to include instructions and directions so that the students will be guided on what they need to do during the exam or in the exam proper.
So first, let's write the number 1. However, first thing you do is to go back to your TOS and check if what level of domain the test 1 and the number 1 align, so that you will be guided on what type of questions you will be constructing. So here, the test 1 number 1 is on the remembering level, so your question in number 1 must fall on the remembering level and in the content area number 1, which is the teacher-centered strategies. So, as you can see, the number 1 question, which strategy places the teacher as the main source of information? So, it is very evident that the question number 1 is actually a remembering type of question. So, you can see the teacher is the main source of information. So here, the answer is the lecture method. The question itself is only the definition of the lecture method. So because the lecture method is one of the strategy in the teacher-centered, which the teacher is the main source of information. So that is why the question number 1 is only a remembering level in the content area number 1, which is teacher-centered, because the definition is only in the question and the answer is very evident. So just like here in the TOS, the test 1 number 1 is in the remembering level, in the remembering level, and in the content area number 1, which is teacher centered. So our number 1 question is very aligned in our TOS. So ganito lang yung gagawin if you will make questions based on TOS. You should always check your TOS so that your questions will be guided on what level of domain your question will be, so that your assessment will be fair, balanced, and measurable, and most importantly, so that your student so that you can measure what you are intended to measure to your student. So in this part, I only continue writing all the questions and its corresponding options. So in writing TOS, always remember to align your questions with your TOS, because that is actually your reason why you created a TOS, diba? You created a TOS so that your assessment will be guided, so that you will measure not only the memorization part or not only the remembering aspect of the student, but you go beyond memorization and you want to measure the real understanding of your students. So that is why you created a TOS. And that's the process of creating TOS and test questionnaire. Always remember, formulating your questions, you need to align it in your table of specification so that you will measure what you are intended to measure to your students, so that it is not just focused on remembering, but it goes beyond memorization and it measures the real understanding of the students. That would be all. Thank you.